This show, the concept was based off of two stories. The first origin story that my dad told me when I was really young. I had some issues in kindergarten and wanted to know why my hair stands up when my mom's hair doesn't stand up. Why do I look more like you, my dad, who's black, than my mom? And like, why am I getting teased about this? And I think I was a bit too young for him to explain all of the nuances of race. And so he was a huge sci-fi nerd. And so he decided to tell me the story that, well, we look differently because we're aliens from another planet. And nobody needs to know about that. It's just between you and I. We're supposed to observe and report on Earth. And that was like a narrative that I took with me as like a coping mechanism for several years. And Atlantica is kind of my name for it. I wanted the show to be a focus on this specific region that's based on one of my favorite novels, The Gilda Stories by Joel Gomez. And it's speculative fiction, which is like one of my favorite genres, where you're putting like a black woman into fantasy in a vampire story where they're usually not found. And so Atlantica, the Gilda Region, is based on this fictitious region. At the end of the Gilda Stories, she kind of goes off into this safe space that we don't really know about. The author herself said she's working on a follow-up to that, but this was kind of my imagination of where Gilda would exist. And the Gilda Region on Atlantica is made up of artists, and their art powers the planet. On Atlantica, we don't really differentiate between Caribbean blacks or African blacks or American blacks. It's more of a reimagining of like the idea and existence, or like the concept and feeling of being black, like the things that we like and that we're allowed to blow up in a space where it's not appropriated or monetized. It's just there for our enjoyment and our pleasure. So that was an aspect of the show that I wanted to come through, because I feel like on Earth, and African Americans in particular, to be extravagant or to be luxurious or to be pleasured is always looked down upon. So once you come through the portal, you're now in another space, and you don't need to use the protocols of Earth to assign value or to understand what you're looking at.